We're in Nominee Hall Estate in Westmoreland County, Virginia. This is an estate that was owned by Robert Carter III, a man who manumitted, freed my ancestors with a deed of manumission in 1791. So all around here are the land where my ancestors lived and worked as slaves and were eventually freed gradually over 20 years.
Carter is a very good example of one of the richest landowners in the country who saw that slavery was wrong and did something about it.
Though he was widely condemned by other slave owners and even his own family, Carter gradually freed all 452 of his slaves.
You can see it in the actual verbiage of the deed of gift. He talks about the fact that he felt that it was against the principles of religious justice. He literally believed that it was not God's will to have slaves. Several of my ancestors were on that original first 15 that he freed. One specifically, Chris Newman. She was born in 1742 here in America, and she lived here at Nominee Hall. When she was freed, she was 49 years old. She was a weaver.
As freed African Americans, we had certain advantages. We had the liberty to go where we wanted to go. We had the liberty to work as much as we wanted to thrive, to provide for our families. So we see John Thompson Sr. owning land shortly after he was manumitted. Before that, he owned personal property items like horses, pigs, implements, farm tools, that sort of thing. But he actually began to own land about 1820.
Tom and LaTanya's ancestors had a very different experience than most Africans in America. Today, their descendants continue to pursue their dreams in whatever ways they choose.
What I found in my research and dealing with these families that come from this manumission, all of them have this sense of pride in their family, the sense of pride in themselves, in their work and what they do.
We obtained certain advantages from being free peoples. If you look at our family structure, it stayed pretty intact. You know, we had 2 heads of the household.
It did in some ways give us a head start in that we had to be self-reliant far long before other people of color were free. That gets instilled into your family. It becomes a part of who you are. You pass that on to your children, to their children, and so on and so forth.